Hey y'all, Pam here with BeeCreative Crafts and welcome. So y'all, we are at a special time today because last night I was reading a book and I was on the last chapter and I didn't want to put it down. So I wanted to show y'all these hooks that I picked up from Amazon. And everything is going off all at one time. Let me move this over here. But yeah, so I picked these hooks up off of Amazon and y'all, they came in this beautiful case. That's what they look like. So pretty. I do have them linked in the description box below. But we're going to test these out and see how they do. Now I did more stuff is like popping up over here, y'all. I guess because I plugged my computer in, and so all these things are wanting to update. But what initially drew these to me is that they have a similar style of the Odyssey, which is this here, which y'all know I love me some Odysseys. Hey Miss Nancy, hey Rudy. So that's what initially drew my eye to them. Now I'm going to consider these kind of in the mid-range as far as price because you have to buy them as a set. I haven't found that you can buy them individually. So the set itself right now is on sale for $47.99. But you get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You get 9 hooks. It said a set of 9, so I wasn't sure before I started this if it was 9 hooks or if it was 8 hooks and the case. But it's actually 9 hooks plus the case. So, you know, if you factor that out per hook and case, it's not that big of an investment. But because you do have to buy them as a set, it may not be budget friendly for everybody. But anyway, so let me take a look here. Let me flip my camera around and we're going to test out these hooks. All right, give me just a second here. And Rudy, remember, please don't ask people to type things. They're here to watch and talk about the products being shown. Okay, so let me flip the camera. Okay. And let's see here. Let me turn it so, or let me fix it so that when I'm moving left, it's moving left and unmirror. There we go. Okay. So this is what the hooks look like, and they do come in this little case, and you got this little pocket here, which is very nice. And they go from size, let's see here. See if it's on the, I was going to turn that one a little to see. Oh, it's up here. I see. So it's up here on the metal part. I was looking down here, but it's up here. Okay, so it starts with a 3.5 millimeter and it goes all the way up to an 8 millimeter. Thank you, Miss Nancy. Okay, so let me get my little cheat guide out here, if I have one handy dandy. Oh, I must have took my hooks in the other room that has my little cheats on it. And what I mean by my cheats is I was going to tell you what the letters were for each of these hook thingies, hook sizes. And I usually have a box sitting in my drawer here, but I don't seem to have one. Okay. But anyway, so we'll just go with the millimeter. So they start with a 3.5. I don't know if y'all be able to see that. There it is. If I kind of turn it a little bit, you can see. So a 3.5 millimeter all the way up to an 8 millimeter. But the one we're going to be focusing on today is this one right here, the 6 millimeter, because this is the J hook. And what I'm going to do is we're going to work with this one, and then I'm going to compare it with some other hooks, and then we're going to see how it works up in the yarn. Okay, so let's pull this one out. Now the hook part here, the head of the hook, it does resemble the hook of the Odyssey, which, okay, so here's the Odyssey side by side. So they do look very similar. if not the same. Come on, focus, focus, focus. Move my thumb out of the way. There we go. So those are pretty dang close. Now, as far as weight, these are made out of wood, and the Odysseys are metal all the way through. So the Odysseys are heavier, whereas this one is very lightweight. Okay, so let me move this out of the way. Hold on. Let's put this little guy back in here. Now, I will tell you, these do appear to be quite long. Longer than I am used to working with, I think. But once we compare it with others, we'll see. Okay, let me move this out of the way here. Hi, good Gypsy. Welcome in. Okay, so let's see. So this is the hook. So this is the J, which is a 6 millimeter. And again, they have their markings here. Now, one thing I will say, it's smooth. So I'm thinking that that's just stamped on. So that will rub off, I'm sure. And Nancy said they are like this. Are they like Susan Bates? You know, I didn't. My Susan Bates is in the drawer over there. I may have to pause y'all and grab them, but I would say more of a Susan Bates than the boy, because you know they've got that. I don't know how to explain it. See how it dips straight in like that, whereas a boy. So I know one's inline, one's tapered. So there's the boy. Hey, Rita, welcome me in. She said, I love those hooks. What's the name of them and where can I get them? I got these from Amazon. And I did put a link in the description. And let me just, since we're talking about that, let me go ahead and share screen, because I do have it pulled up to show y'all. If I can remember, that is not the right button. Oh, is it this one? Nope. Where did it go? Where did they move share screen to, y'all? It's not down here. Is it still here? No. Hey, Nancy, where did they move? Okay, I see it. I found it. They moved it. Why did they have to do that? Okay, share screen, Amazon, and share. Okay, so this is them. I am not familiar with this brand, RLJL Lives, or RLJ Lives. But this is where I got them. Like I said, they're $47.99. But you do get 9 hooks and the case, and this is what they look like here. You get all the way from a 3 millimeter. They go by half sizes all the way up to an 8 millimeter, with the exception of 7. There's no 7.5. So it jumps from a 7 to an 8. But otherwise, you get them. They go up by half sizes. And let's see. I'm looking on the U.S. Amazon, so I'm not sure if they're available on other Amazons, but I would think probably so. Let's go to this little guy's store here and just take a look, see if you can get them individually. I do not see, and I looked for this once before, and I don't see that you can get them individually. So that's why I'm considering these kind of a mid-range as far as price, because you do have to buy them in the entire set. So, okay, let me stop the screen share and go back. Okay. So my only concern with them putting the stamp here is that it may rub off. But the handles are wood, so if you have an engraver, you could probably just, or a wood burn, you could just put it in right here. And Nancy said that if you average it out, it's $5.33 a hook. So I think that's a pretty decent price per hook. And they do feel smooth right here where the metal goes into the wood. So I don't think that's going to be an issue as far as hanging on the yarn. That's very smooth. Okay, so let's grab some other J hooks or 6mm and do some comparisons. Okay, so like I said, what drew me to these was that they have a similar body style to the Odyssey. So here's my Odyssey here. Now, as you see, these are a little bit longer by probably about an inch. Let's see, where's my little, there he is, my little sock monkey. Okay, so this one is, dun, 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 almost 7.5 inches long, whereas the Odyssey is a little over 6.5, 6 3/4. So not quite an inch, about 3/4 of an inch longer. But let's see here. And then we got a boy hook, which is going to be a lot shorter. This is the boy ergonomic. Okay, now the Hobby Lobby hooks are longer than the Odysseys, so let's take a look-see here. So it's not too much. Well, no, I guess they're about the same as the Odyssey. So that one came from Hobby Lobby. And dots. And then here is, scoot y'all around here. And here is the dots hook. So let's see, is dots longer? No, about the same as well. So there you go. Hey, Miss Lisa. Wait a minute, Khadijah. I told you I was going to do it. She said she's been here from the start, but been on the phone, but I'm here now. Hello, hello, hello. Nancy says maybe a late Christmas gift for myself. Oh, that would be nice. Okay, so that's what we got. And y'all, after my live ends, y'all head over to Miss Khadijah's for her Friday live. All right. So, as y'all see here, these, okay, so this is the ones that I got from We Crochet. They are very similar to the boy as far as the hook shape. And the new ones here from Amazon are shaped more like a Susan Bates and the Furls Odyssey. Nancy said, as a knife holder, I like the longer hooks. She says, almost perfect, just need a little more phlegm. I was practicing it before I came on here, and I was like really phlegming it up. So here we go. I laughed. I can't laugh. Okay. Khadijah. Okay, let's grab some yarn, y'all. Okie dokie. We're going to use this one because it's laying here, and it's good for this. This is just some acrylic in the color Sunset. I love this yarn. She says, perfect. So yes, I am a knife holder or a flute, whatever you want to call it. But I do hold my hooks this way. If you are a pencil gripper, it kind of holds it further back. But yeah. So let's work with this bad boy and see how it does. Now, I will say this part here seems longer. Let's see if it really is. Tiny bit. No, well, very, very tiny bit. The body of the hook is a little bit skinnier than the Odyssey. Rita says she is a knife holder too. Awesome. I guess it was just the way I was taught. Okay, so let's do, like I said, they're very lightweight. So if you have been using an Odyssey and you're used to that weight, it's going to feel a little different. But I kind of switch up my hooks. I could get out my scale, my postage scale, and see. It's pretty close to the dots or the... Yeah, they're about the same as the ergonomic because this gives it a little bit of weight to it anyway. Lisa says, tabby, stabby, knife, wielders. Exactly. Okie dokie. So let's crochet up with it. It does, I don't feel any like nicks or pulls or, what's the word I'm looking for? There's nothing on here that's causing it to snag on the yarn. It's very smooth. It has a smooth glide. So now your hooks are a preference. It's a personal preference. So what one person loves, another person may hate. So take this, review however you so see fit. I just wanted to show y'all what it looked like and if it's worth the money. And I'm going to say, for me, it's worth the money because it's a nice set. It seems to be gliding well through the yarn. Let's do a half double for this row. It's gliding well through the yarn. It's not sticking or snagging or gripping the yarn. Nice. These are a nice set of hooks. If you don't like a longer hook, then these probably aren't going to be for you because as y'all saw when I measured them out there, they are quite a bit longer than any of the other hooks in my stash. But I will still use these because they have a nice flow through the yarn. Nancy said no dragging. Yes, I'm not feeling any drag at all. So we just did a half double, so let me grab Mr. Odyssey here. And let's do a half double row with it. And then we'll see if it gives the same stitch size. Now I am normally a fairly tight crocheter. The weight of the Odysseys, I have decided, is what gives me a more standard, I guess, industry standard tension. But I've been working on it. I feel like they're about the same. I can't, as far as the height of the stitch. Nancy says, don't forget to like and share the live stream out. Thank you, my dear. Let's grab the dots hook here. Let me redo that stitch there. And then we'll do one more row of half doubles. Now I did make an entire project using the dots hook because this is another fairly new hook to me. I got it from BeeCrochet. BeeCrochet does ship to other countries, the UK, Australia, the US, and Canada. So y'all can try it out if you want to. Okay, so yeah. As you can see, I do crochet tighter with the dots and the others, but I would say as compared to the Odyssey, it's about the same. Did I skip that last stitch maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I did. I skipped that last stitch. Hold up. Dun, 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 dun. I guess where I switched it off, I pulled that last stitch tighter. Okay, that looks better. There we go. I do still crochet a wee bit tighter with that, but so this is the one with the new hook. This one here was with the Odyssey, and this top one was with the dots. So basically the same, but this one is a little bit tighter. But again, like I said, I know that I crochet tighter with those hooks, with other hooks, but it is very close to the Odyssey. So maybe it's more of the hook shape versus the weight of the hook. But I really like this. Let's see. Nancy said she's using the dots hook with their animation yarn for amigurumis. Cool. So that's my hook review, y'all. I think for the price, I would say definitely worth it. So you get it. It comes in this nice case, and it's like it's not leather, but it's a very high. It feels like a very nice, high quality leather, or faux leather, or AKA plastic. It's got this little pocket here. Now they're stuck in this, the elastic here, they're stuck in here really well, so you may have to like really work it to get it out the first time. The wood handles are very smooth as well. They're very smooth. There's no rough patches on them. I think the only thing I will do with mine before I get to using them a lot is I will go, if y'all missed it at the beginning here, there is where they have the hook size up here stamped on the metal. I'm afraid that might rub off. Now, it may not, but I'm afraid it might. Now, I have a wood burner. I also have an engraver, but I think what I'll probably do is just wood burn my size down here. Just so, because once I burn it in there, that's not coming off. And I guess you could probably put like a clear finish across that maybe, but I'll probably try the wood burning it. Let's see. Rita says, wow, that is a good deal. I love it. I thought so. I thought it looked like a good deal, but sometimes you see things and they're too good to be true. So I wanted to give it a try and just see. So let's go back over here to the Amazon site here and take a look. See, hold on. It's thinking. And see if y'all have any questions on it. Oh, what did it? Stop screen share. There we go. Present, share screen, and share. Okay, so do y'all have any questions on these? And I'll look and see if they can answer it. Like I said, this is on the American Amazon side, but I am sure that you could probably find these or something similar on the other Amazon sites. Let's see. Material, leather, metal, and plastic. Well, maybe it is leather. Let's look. I didn't think it was, but it could be. They do have a 1-year warranty. The handles are made of red sandalwood. Am I still sharing? Yes. Okay. I see we have a question. Let me go back to where we were. Okay. So let's see. Nancy said, "Rub your nail." Oh, it is not, Nancy. I did. It's smooth. Well, I don't know. I can't tell if it's engraved. It's not engraved very deep. It's so I don't know if I'm just feeling the stamp because it's very thin. So, I mean, it could be engraved in there, but if it is, it's very shallow because when I rub my finger across it like this, it feels very smooth. Lisa says, do they smell of sandalwood too? Not really. They don't have much of a smell at all, which is, I mean, is a good thing. They don't smell. They don't have no offensive odor, no like shellac smell. Nothing offensive, no offensive smell. Although I do like the smell of wood, but these don't smell. They just are they smell like nothingness, honestly. Lisa said, I kind of expected the case to smell of sandalwood as you opened it. I know, right? I really didn't think about it, but no. Actually, the case does kind of smell a teensy-weensy bit like leather, but I don't think so. She says, weirdly, when I go to the link that you put in the description, there's no price on them at all. So they must be free. So she is in the UK, y'all. So maybe it's because it's taking you to the US site, possibly. I don't know. Nancy says, definitely will be marking the handles. Yeah, and y'all can test them out, like if you decide to purchase them for yourselves. But they are very, like when I rub my finger across it while I'm over here in the little tiny thing, like it feels no different on the side. Like if I rub over here where there's not the size versus on top of the size, I feel no different. So I feel like it's stamped on there and not engraved. Okay, let me go back over here to the Amazon side and see if there's anything else. I was going to see convenient storage case to keep your hooks organized. See product details. Let's click on that. No, I already did that. It doesn't say recommended use for the product. Carpet making, weaving. How about just right here in the middle, crocheting? Although I guess you could use these for other things. I'm not going to say that this is a leather case. It very well could be, but I mean, if it's not, it has a very, it's soft. I mean, it feels like it could be leather, but I don't want to tell y'all that it is and it not be. You know what I'm saying? It says here leather, metal, plastic, but I'm not going to swear to it. And there's only 3 reviews. Let's see what the reviews say. Love these hooks. I'm a bigger guy that fit well in my hand. Very nice. Pleased with the set and the case it comes in. One more review. Probably doesn't say anything, but let's just look. No, it doesn't. They just gave it 5 stars. Back over here. Nancy says, okay, off to get free hooks. Take that back down. But again, so that's the case. I mean, it has the feel that it could be leather. I'm smelling it. It does, like I said, it does not have like an offensive, it does not have that fresh leather smell, but that doesn't mean it's not. You know what I mean? But I think it's a nice little case. I mean, it zips up. I hope, plug your ears if you don't like the, so you zip it up. Got a little pocket, so if you print off your pattern, or if you want to stick an ink pen down in there, or if you want to take out one of the hooks and put an ink pen here, you can do that. But yeah, I think this is a really nice set. I'm pleased with it, the quality of it. Because sometimes you never know. Okay, let me flip the camera back around. Let's remove you. Stop that. Maybe I will. Maybe. Clickety clackety cloo. Close. Hey! So that's what it looks like. So it's a pretty nice set. Pretty, it's big as my head. Let's see here. Miss Nancy said, I wonder if I could decorate the case with iron-on vinyl. I don't know. I would probably test in here. Test it inside to make sure it's not going to melt. Unless you did like the the vinyl that's not iron on, but that you can just rub on. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right, y'all. That's all I got for y'all today. At the moment, anyway. So I'm going to get off here. And, oh, Mr. Nightbot, what is the word? It's been too long. Let me go over here. Mr. Nightbot. Oh, wait. Maybe I have it on my banner still. Try this. Try BeeYou if y'all would like to drop your channel links. Hey, Cats Gallery just got here. Hello, everyone. We're getting ready to head out. But this is what I was showing. I bought this hook set off of Amazon. And I do have it linked in the description if you want to check it out. But if y'all would like to drop your channel link, type BeeYou. Let's see if it works. And y'all can head over, if you don't have anything else to do, to Ladybird Loves. She'll be going live in approximately 20-ish minutes. So that will give y'all time to grab a snack, go to the potty, you know, all the things. And then head over there and check out her live this morning. I've got to run some errands, so y'all can find me lurking in the bushes over there. That is how I normally watch her lives. I do try to pop in and chime in when I can. And there is her link, so y'all can click on it, go find her live, so you'll be ready to roll. Oh, that went off all by itself. Is that new? That must be new. See, StreamYard upgrading things. Oh, I see it's got a timer set now. Oh, I like that. I didn't pay attention. So when you put your little banners up, they now have a timer, so you can set it to where it goes off automatically. Mine must be defaulted for 60 seconds. I like that. Let me go back over here. Kat says, thanks for the link. Rita says, thanks for sharing this. You are so very welcome. Lisa says, no, I will be in the bug hut. Okie dokie. So for those that don't know, Ladybird Loves, that's Lisa, aka, all right, I'm going to try it again, Lisa, Khadijah. I've been working on it. So y'all go check out her live, and I will see y'all over there. I will pop in, chime in, and say hello. I've got to go out and go to the post office, but I will have her on the radio while I hang in the bug hut. Let's see here. Media Assay. She says, spot on. Yay, I got it. Okay, where is my little... There it is. All right, y'all. I hope y'all have a fantastic day. Remember, be creative. And until next time, happy crafting. Bye.